Yes, sir. What up, y'all? Kicking it with me and Rocky. What's up, Rocky? Hey, what's up, Rocky? Say hi to the people, Rocky. Say hi to the people, Rocky. You don't give a fuck about them, do you? You don't give a fuck about them, do you? Turn that down. What's up? It's me and my nigga Rocky chilling. What's up, Rocky? Look at him, 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 look at him. Look at that boy. Look at that boy. Look at that boy. What's up, y'all? Chilling in the garage with Rocky. You good, Rocky? You good? Yeah, who that? Look at him, 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 look at him. Look at him. What's up, y'all? We about to talk about this shit here. Hey, buddy boy. Gotta get my weed. I be having Rocky in the garage with me. This is my smoking partner right here. We be getting high in the motherfucker. What's up, human? What's up, B Polly? Yeah. What's up, Mark Anthony? Are you in Hawaii? That's what's up. That's what's up from Hawaii. Well, me and Rocky chilling from LA. But yes, BET fired Fat Joe. Now, I'm gonna turn my music down a little bit. Listen to some Confunction right now. Can y'all hear it? Because I don't want to get a copyright strike from my music playing in the background. Playing some Confunction right now. Bay Area. Salute from Denver. What's up? What's up, Francis? But let's get into it. Fat Joe, on a video on his own page, said that, you want some weed? You want some weed, Rocky? Look at Rocky. Rocky all up in the weed. Rocky all up in the weed. Look at him. Can I roll this in peace, homie? You want to smoke with me? You want some weed? Okay, you about to get a contact high, Rocky. You about to get a contact high. We about to be blazing like a motherfucker, Rocky. But we about to be blazing, buddy boy. But yeah, Fat Joe said today that in a video, he said that, I was talking to my man 2 Chainz, and 2 Chainz said I'm hogging the mic. And because, I don't want to be like that, I'm going to step down and give it to my boy 2 Chainz. That was Cap Joe's, and he earned the title Cap Joe. That was Cap Joe's excuse. What's up, Kenny? Spirit Wonder. You're right, Spirit Wonder. Not smoking with your dog is animal abuse. I agree. You got to smoke weed with your dog. Well, Fat Joe said that. Oh, and go to blisscapsules.com. Type in product code DeJuan. Get some of the Amanita free legal mushrooms. Buy 2, get 1 for free. But as I roll my weed reefer, Fat Joe Cappin says that basically he's giving up the weekend, the BET Awards hosting slot, to 2 Chainz because he's hogging the mic. Make it very clear, and I don't know this for sure. I wasn't there, but just based on what I'm seeing, what I observe, man, ain't no way in Sam fuck hell that Fat Joe arrogant ass giving up shit. That boy was pushed out. And he was pushed out because, in my opinion, based on what I see and my observations, people are starting to really see through Fat Joe's bullshit. People are starting to see through Cap Joe's bullshit. And I want y'all to make no mistake about it. This is because of the pressure we've been putting on for consistently now for a couple years. But really, after that Math Hoffa interview, see, look, black people, we're not where the small hats are yet. People aren't just going to come out and tell us and apologize to us and say we won. We're not there yet. We'll be there in a few more years, but not yet. Where we are right now, we got to know and see for ourselves where we won and how we won. No one's going to make an announcement that we won. All right? Not at least not now. In January 2025. We haven't been consistent enough with this pressure that we putting on people. For people to acknowledge it. But we have been consistent enough to make some moves and make some things happen. And this is one of them. Fat Joe is somebody who, in my opinion, is somebody who the industry has been pushing out to help whitewash hip-hop. Because remember, it's all about imagery. 80 years from now, people, first off, none of Fat Joe's music is timeless, so nobody's going to know Fat Joe's music. But when you see this guy 80 years from now being the spokesperson for everything hip-hop, the spokesman, and you got this white guy that happens to be Latino, what is that going to do for the image? If when people look back on Hip Hop 50, we're talking about 16-year-olds in the year 2070. When a 16-year-old in the year 2070, turns on some of these documentaries and BET Hip Hop Awards and Hip Hop 50, and they want to go back in the archives the same way I go back and look at Duke Ellington, the same way I go back and look at Count Basie. It's going to be a bunch of kids, a bunch of youngsters in 2090 looking back on these times. 2050 looking back on these times. What are they going to see? They're going to see basically a white boy talking about hip-hop was created 50-50 blacks and Latinos. Well, that's what they thought would happen. And had we shut up, and allowed Cap Joe to keep capping, that's what they would have gotten. Had we allowed him to talk all that utter bullshit, Fat Joe would still be in power. He would still have some level of power. And I say some level because he's a powerless person, but he's somebody who's plugged into power. Remember, he works for Roc Nation. And Roc Nation is headed by Desi Perez. And according to court documents, we understand that she's the police. And Jay-Z, and he's the person that really... Jay-Z is somebody who, for all intents and purposes, is a do-boy. He don't give a shit about the long-term success of nothing but Jay-Z's pocket. Only thing Jay-Z cares about is Jay-Z, and that's fine. He's not somebody that cares about the greater good of our community and society. So Jay-Z don't give a shit about pushing a Cap Joe out here on us. But because we all stepped up, all of us, because we all stepped up and said something, because you have warriors like our brother Mr. Lord Jamar, people who are unafraid to speak out. Because we have that, Fat Joe is out. You good, Rocky? You good, baby boy? You good, baby boy? Look at him. Say what's up, Rocky. This is my nigga right here. But because we have you listening to me, Rocky? Are you ready to go to bed? Rocky don't give a fuck. My little nigga just be chilling. My little nigga just be chilling. What's up, baby boy? This baby boy right here. Yeah. Rocky don't bark. Rocky don't fuss. Rocky be chilling. Hmm? Four-month lawyer supporter. What's up, DSB? You appreciate it, my brother, for real. Hey, where are you like that? You good, Rocky? Well, yeah. Thank you, Troy, in the chat. Shouts out to Doggy Diamonds. Shouts out to Lord Jamar. Shouts out to, what's up, Amir? Shouts out to everybody who said something. See, black people, we have to understand that we have power. We really do have power. But our power is not going to be right now. It's not. No one's going to look at us. It is in nobody's best interest that they acknowledge our power to help us understand our power. So we're not going to get a headline from Hip Hop DX because all that stuff is controlled by the same small hat people who control the major media. So we're not going to get a feature in MSNBC. We're not going to get these headlines in the New York Times and the Washington Post or wherever saying that, hey, black Americans force BET to sit Fat Joe down. That's not going to happen right now. But we do have to understand that's exactly what happened. Yeah, salute to people like Tariq for making microphone check and for staying on business. You know, salute to him. So we gotta know that it was our work. Charlie B said he can host the Puerto Rican Day Parade now. Right. See, it's no coincidence that, this has been going on, and basically the end of 2024 ended with Fat Joe saying that crass shit about black Americans and FBA, and they a whole bunch of broke niggas. It was people on Twitter, I think it was the brother on Twitter, I think his name was Arthur Watkins. Don't quote me. I think it was him, people were starting petitions and getting things signed. None of that is little. All of that, everything counts. Everything counts. And I thought it was a little bit crazy that, Fat Joe made this announcement about the BET Awards. Because the BET Awards aren't till when? June? What's up, Rocky? Look at Rocky. Look at Rocky. Mm-hmm. Mm. You good, Rocky? Yeah, Rocky chilling. You said that the awards are in March. All the hip hop awards will be in March. Appreciate that, Mr. W. Good job, human, putting them motherfuckers on time out. See, the more effective we become, the more these people are gonna bitch. Yeah, Rocky is FBA. Very much so. Marvel Tracks, I should do a Fat Joe album review. I think, okay. Okay, I should. Hey, Scotty Jenkins ain't that bad. Hey. Somebody said, what is FBA? FBA stands fuck bitch ass motherfuckers. That's what it means. We just leave the M off at the end. Fuck bitch ass motherfuckers is what FBA mean. We just leave the M off the end at the end. Lions Eyes, I appreciate the Cash App. Yes, stay fly. The trolls are showing up, of course. And the trolls are never going to admit it. And the trolls are going to actually minimize what we're doing. The trolls don't want us to know our effectiveness. So the trolls are going to come down here, we minding our own black ass business. The trolls are going to be the ones that come around talking, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. He sat down. No. We are too powerful. We are too powerful for them to admit to our power. And so are you. People who sit on their own 2 square are too powerful for those who need us weak to ever want to happen. Rocky like, look at Rocky. So Rocky. So we got to understand that. That's right, Stay Fly. We are exceptional people. Yeah, they should let me host the BET Awards. That's right. Rocky, a little cold. You a little cold, Rocky? You a little cold? You a little cold? You a little cold there, buddy? Let me get to know you. Okay, there you go. There you go. Warm up there. Warm up. Warm up. Warm up. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. You want to warm up some? There you go. There you go. We sitting outside in the man cave, and it's cold out here. You better? You better, homeboy? You better? But yeah, I'm not near. I'm safe from the fires. Thank you. No, I've not seen the Luther Vandross documentary, and I will. But we see the power that we have as a people. And the only time we don't have power is when we don't use it. See, for a long time, Black Americans, we just kind of just let shit happen. We haven't really organized too much. You know, let me see. Yeah, you could put Weird Al Yankovic on that motherfucker to rap the 16. You could bring in Weird Al Yankovic and Weird Al Yankovic. What y'all know about this right here? Written by Michael Stokes. Enchantment. What y'all know about this song right here? See, this is the sauce right here. When you go back to the 70s, there was no biting. There was no taking another song and redoing it. You had to make your own classic. What y'all know about this? Can y'all hear it? All about you, yeah. Your inner beauty, yeah. And the melody. Man, it's my shit right here. Yeah, babe. That's Enchantment. Yeah. Here comes some weed, Rocky. So, I don't play the drums actively like I used to. I do a show. I probably do like one live show a year now, and I may do 1 or 2 studio sessions, but I don't play. And I only get those gigs because people fuck with me. I ain't a good drummer. I don't play no more like that. I let it go. I have other areas of music that I'm in right now. Yeah, but I can play. I still got a deep pocket. You never lose that pocket. You good, Rocky? I got to get Rocky some cover because it's a little cold up in here. You straight? You said Rocky high enough. But what's up, Project Leroy? Stephanie? He trying to doze off. My little nigga gone. But Fat Joe, he forgot who he was. See, you got to know who you are. That's the biggest thing about it. You got to know who you are. I'm about to close. Hold on, I'm about to use my phone and close my garage. Hold on, because it's cold. It's starting to get cold, and Rocky's starting to get cold. Rocky's starting to shiver. If I black out, I'll be right back in like 1 second. There you go. Can y'all hear me? It's okay, Rocky. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's just a garage. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a garage. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It's just a garage. Hold on. Hold on. We good, Rocky. So look, Rocky got up. Like, what the fuck going on? Rocky like, what the fuck? Nah. Hell yeah, Enchantment's one of the most underrated ever. Yeah. Yeah. Frenchies hate cold, but I have added the garage door open and the temperature just did this. Yeah, I'm fucking up Rocky's eye. You right. So, but going back to Fat Joe forgot who he is. Let me know one of my friends who lost everything in the fire was just calling me. I'd tell him I'd text him back. He lost everything in the fire. I'm gonna give y'all his GoFundMe pretty soon. Y'all should know about this. To your loveliness. I love that climb right there on this song. He says 14 degrees in Cleveland? Fuck that. He sees that kid from Fresh. Yeah. You good, Rocky? It's warming up now. You good, Rocky? Rocky over this. But like when I played the drums, I knew that I wasn't. Dennis Chambers is my favorite drummer, but I knew I wasn't choppy like that. So I didn't chop and shred because that wasn't who I was as a drummer, you know? I knew that my role was pocket. I knew that my role was to really be tight for the rest of the band to go. My role as a drummer was always to lock in with that bass player and give the song the flavor the song needed. I wasn't the drummer that was going to come in, you know, with some crazy choppy shit. And it's like it was a drummer named James Gaston back in the day, back in the recording days. James Gaston played on a lot of shit that y'all heard. But James Gaston was locked in with the pocket. You know, that was my role. And knowing that I was a pocket drummer when I played regularly helped me. And I never not got my audition. Like every band I ever auditioned for, I made. And I didn't audition for too many because I didn't play a whole lot. But that's because I knew who I was as a drummer. And I knew my role in the thing of music. I knew that when it came to the band, you know, the keyboard, the guitar, they get the shine. My job was to support and give them everything that they needed as a drummer through a deep pocket, through a rock solid tempo, Being able to lock in and hold a tempo. Holding tempo is my calling card as a drummer. Being able to not use ears or a click track and be able to, if the song is 72 beats a minute, I can lock in that 72 beats a minute without a click track. I was like a metronome on the drums. And as a musician, you gotta know that. You gotta know who you are. And really, just as a human, you gotta know who you are. Whatever you do. Whatever you do, you just gotta know who you are. And when you forget who you are, what's up, Kendall? What's up, Netta? When you forget who you are, that's when you get fucked up. You dig? When you forget who you are. Rocky going back to sleep. Rocky going back to sleep. When you forget who you are, that's where you get fucked up. When you forget who you are, that's when things no longer work in your way. Fat Joe forgot that, one, he's a guest. He forgot who he is, because remember he even said it on a couple of interviews. When he was a kid, he thought that he was black. He thought that he was black. And as a rapper, lately, he forgot that he's whack. He thought he was black, now he forgot he's whack. Fat Joe forgot that he's not that guy. The hits you were on was because we liked the people you were on the record with more than we like you. Era 6, man, I'm not gonna. Era said 6 man at best. I can see how somebody can say he's 6 man. Me personally, I've always seen Fat Joe as the person that wipes up the sweat after a free throw or after somebody falls on the court. See, this is what you gotta understand. The guy sitting under the basket that mops the sweat, they're still very important too. Because if they didn't mop up the sweat of the real players are gonna slip and fall. You dig? So the sweat mopper is still very important. Because without them mopping up all that sweat, because you ever see a basketball game is, you got 5 grown-ass, stank-ass niggas sitting around the key waiting for somebody to shoot 2 free throws. Sweat be dripping off their chins, off their brow. You need somebody that's gonna mop that shit up. Because if that doesn't get mopped up, just say you go back down court and here they come steal, you get a breakaway, and somebody go to dunk, and then they slip and fall and bust their ass because it's sweat on the floor. You need the sweat mopper. It's still part of the game, Yeah, you can't have a star player breaking an ankle, Derek. Yeah, nah. See, Javi says, one of the fans deep at the nosebleeds, the reason why I can't disrespect Fat Joe and say he's at the nosebleeds is because he is on the court. He's just not one of the players. You dig? We don't pay to see him. But he is on the court and he's necessary for the game. Now his level of necessary is relative. Because anybody can be the mop boy. If the song is a hit, you give anybody a 16 to go that's going to be written by somebody who understands how to write music, and you just say, "Here, come rap it." Okay. But Fat Joe forgot that he's the guy that mops the sweat up after a free throw. And over the last few years, he's been going around running his mouth talking that shit. Said Mr. Belvedere. Hey, Rocky over here snoring. He forgot. That's right, I kind of guess. He forgot. For real, for real. He forgot that. So now that Fat Joe forgot that, that led to him going on to Math Hoffa and saying FBA is just a whole bunch of broke niggas. You dig? Got Melbourne, Australia in here. That's what's up. He said people accolades said people gassed the water boy up for years. Somebody said smoking is bad. Not minding your fucking business is worse. Fat Joe forgot that. And so I see y'all talking about disco. Look. Disco and funk are opposite sides of the same coin, all right? And that coin is rhythm and blues. It's all rhythm and blues. Funk is slowed down, rhythm and blues with bebop style phrasing and big band style layering. Funk is rhythm and blues, bebop, big band, all rolled into one. Disco is sped up rhythm and blues. RBG Boxing says when the Latinos proved that they went through the Tuskegee experiment, they could lay claim to the pain that created our genres. Damn right, our RBG Boxing. Damn right. What's up, George? But disco and funk are opposite sides of the same coin. Disco is sped up, is generally 4/4. Disco has more of a pulse to it. Why do y'all think hip hop and house music are produced similarly? Hip hop is sample based, house is sample based. Hip hop slows down songs that were fast, house speeds them up. They're both DJ You know, that they both have a sound system and DJ heavy. The DJ's the star in both genres. Hip hop and house are the exact same opposites as funk and disco. Party music, yeah, and repetitive. They both rely on 2 and 4 bar loops. They're a lot alike. House slash techno. Techno house, just kind of like different versions of the same thing. They really are. There's different expressions of the same thing. They're the same time. Like, cause in music, it's just expression. It's all based on blues formatting and jazz chords, blues and jazz chords. I mean, more so, jazz melodies and blues song writing style. All of it, all of it. Rock and roll, disco, house, hip hop, rap, rhythm and blues, funk. It's all the same shit. It's all from black culture. It's like what. That's why, like, when you go back in the days. What's up, Jesse? Appreciate that. Back in the days when they were in the earlier days of recording music, before shit got all technical, when they used house bands, it would be the same musicians doing all the music. And of course, you guys don't know this because they didn't have cameras in the studio back then. What goes on in the music studio is a very secretive process. It's like the movie industry. They don't really tell you the magic behind the sauce. But it would be the same musicians. When, like, and I only know this because, like, my father-in-law, we talk shit, we got years of conversations talking about this. And him telling me about being in the recording industry in the 50s and the 60s, really in the 60s, how he would tell me he would have like when he was recording regularly in the 60s, I'm working his way up in music, it would be like him, Bobby Womack on guitar, some of the other guys that would be end up becoming famous. They would have a country western recording session at 9 a.m. Then at 12 p.m., you have a more pop, white, rock and roll style recording session, whatever the pop sound was. At 3, it might be a rock and roll session or a blues session. And at 6, it would be a R&B session. And at 9 at night, at 9 o'clock, it'd be more of a, doo-wop session. And this would be, he said this was like 6 days a week. And it will be the same handful of musicians recording for Elton John. They may have a session with Elton John at a particular time. Then they may have a session with Elvis. Then they may after that. Then they may after they need a session with Elvis. Then they got a session with Ray Charles. And then when they done with Ray Charles, they got a session. That's how it is. Literally the same musicians on all the old classics. Like, do you know the Beatles? It wasn't. Quincy Jones did an interview a few years ago where he was talking about how, like, that wasn't Ringo Starr playing the drums. He sucked. He was like, okay, but The Beatles had session musicians. That wasn't Paul McCartney playing them parts. These were session musicians that played that stuff. So they'll have you thinking that Elvis, or they'll just say the Rolling Stones is over here and Motown's over there, when it would be the same musicians recording it all. And also, those be the same. Then you'll have those same musicians go and record a movie soundtrack across the street at NBC. Yeah, Bernard Purdy, drummer. He was with everybody. Bernard Purdy is the most recorded drummer of all time. The Purdy Shuffle. If you want to hear the Purdy Shuffle, listen to a song called "Home at Last" by the Beatles. Doom doom doom, doom 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 doom. That's Bernard Purdy doing the Purdy Shuffle. You know, Greg Fillingane's on keyboard. So music is a very small, like you would just play stuff in different, it's just a different feeling. It's a different expression. That's what it is. That's probably the best way I can explain it. It's a different feeling. Like if I'm playing disco, it's gonna be a pulse. If I, as a drummer, I'm gonna play on top of the beat. Especially if I'm playing with a white group, I might be a little ahead of the beat. When there's a beat, there's different ways. When you do this, it's different areas you can snap this finger. I can snap it up top. I can snap it on the bottom. The time is here, and if you listen to like someone like a Duke Ellington, like when you swing, that's what they call it, swing. You swing it, and you do your click at the end of the swing, because the time has a little bit of a range in it. It's a very tight range, but there's a range. And when I play ahead of the time, that gives you an anticipation feel. That's what disco is. That's what house is. It's what techno is. It's a pulse. It's uh. But when I play funk, I gotta play behind the beat. I gotta like let the beat kind of just get right past me. And right as the beat, just as we're about to go on to the next beat, boom, I come in with my snare. You gotta be behind the beat. And you're gonna be a little bit slower. At disco, I might be at 120 beats a minute, 130 beats a minute, 140 disco, if you go in the house, 160 and up. If I'm at funk, I'm at about 91 beats a minute. It's just changing the tempo from 89 beats a minute, 91 beats a minute, sometimes 100 beats a minute if it's an up-tempo funk song, to 140. You speed it up and you play ahead of it. Funk, you slow it down and you play behind it. But it's still rhythm and blues, baby. It's still rhythm and blues, baby. It's just a different texture I'm playing the groove in. That's all. That's all it is. It's just a different texture of the groove. Like people be thinking different genres, and that's why when you hear people, fighting over which genre, it's just a different texture on way how you play a song. There's never a shortage of drummers in America. There was never a shortage of drummers. What happened was the industry changed and fired all the drummers because electric music is cheaper to make. And they don't want us to come together in love and unity and coalescence around in unity around live music. They want to make our music plastic. That was by design from the industry. It wasn't because there wasn't enough drummers. Yeah, I'm familiar with Japanese city pop. Oh, bullshit baby pop music ass. And on top of that, when it comes to the recording industry, it's a handful of musicians doing it all. Even back then. It's a handful. My nigga knocked out. You good, Rocky? You up. He up. This is my nigga right here. Rocky over here like, yeah. Yeah, he's peaceful. Rocky peaceful. Rocky don't bark. Rocky don't be pissing and shitting in the house. And Rocky just be chilling. Yeah, I'm familiar with Pocket Queen. I've never met her, but she's dope as hell. Oh yeah, Diamond from the Ohio Players. This is Diamond playing right now. I'm playing the Ohio Players right now. Let's love. We only got. Y'all know about that? Y'all know about that? That's Diamond right there on drums. Rocky is over here snoring his ass off. Yeah, but we as music, like, so when it comes to the genres, only time there's a jump is when you jump from American classical to classical. Jazz and classical has a pretty big jump. And classical's our music too, but it's so far back when we're so disconnected. There's a different way. Classical has a completely different approach than jazz style. Classical is very much so note for note, by the book, do it this way. And jazz is like, here are your chords, create some new shit, improv it. Appreciate that, Harry. See, we got to understand that, yeah, Black Americans taught everybody that stuff. See, what people don't understand is we've been so minimized, our greatness is almost unbelievable. But let me tell you how we taught them. Back in the 60s, starting in the 70s, universities in Japan paid top dollar to recruit Black American musicians and producers to teach at the universities in Japan. Blank checks. So you had a lot of people who had a hit or two, but you know how the industry is. You know, you have a run. You have a lot of people who, behind the scenes, had a hit or two. The industry moved on, and they went to Japan and taught. All throughout the 80s and the 90s, even now, they pay Black American music professors to go to the University of Osaka and all these different Japanese universities and teach and create curriculum on how to put together music. And so they learn from us, literally. Not just through the music that they hear, but they literally pay a lot of our older musicians to go over there and teach music. I think Jeffrey Daniel did, yeah. Like to show you how limited genres are. Let's go to let's go to let's go to Bad. Michael Jackson Bad. You got the first song, Bad, pop, a very 80s pop sound. And then after Bad, you got this right here. Do you know the song, The Way You Make Me Feel? You hear that? Do you know what that is? That's the 12-bar blues. Michael Jackson was dropping, he was showing you, just listen to him. He'd give you all the different genres on one album. Bad was pop. The Way You Made Me Feel was the 12-bar blues, baby. Then you go back to more of a Speed Demon, poppy, with a more rock kind of feel. Bass led, funky rock. Then Liberian Girl, rhythm and straight up rhythm and blues. Straight up rhythm and blues. Futuristic rhythm and blues. Just Good Friends, pop. Another Part of Me, rhythm and blues. Man in the Mirror, this is gospel. Dirty Diana, rock. Leave Me Alone, this is more of a 50s gospel blues right here. That's more of a 50s gospel blues. In one album, Mike gave you pop, 12-bar blues, rhythm and blues, rock, gospel, 50s pop, 50s shuffle. This is more of a shuffle. He gave you a shuffle, 50 style. It happens right in front of our faces if you go back and listen to the greats. And it wasn't just Mike. Mike was one of many. It was like that with Stevie Wonder. Shit. Nigga, look. Go in, let me type in here. Songs in the Key of Life. Rocky looking at me like, nigga, I'm trying to chill. You moving too much. Look at Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. You got gospel with Love's Need Love Today. This is gospel. Straight up gospel. Delay, see us in right away. Have a Talk with God. More gospel. Village Ghetto Land, classical. But the song Village Ghetto Land, this was the first song in American history that electronic strings were used. Before Village Ghetto Land, all string arrangements were actual live strings. This is actually the first time live string computerized strings were used. But this is more of a classical feel in Village Veloland. And then you got jazz fusion with contusion. Greg Filling gains on keys. Because in the mid '70s, jazz fusion was a big thing. You had groups like Weather Report. You had groups like Weather Report. You had groups like The Return to Forever. And then you got certain swing, a swing funk, a swing. Swinging and funking. Then you got I Wish, straight up funk. This is straight funk. I Wish, straight funk. Then you got Knocks Me Off My Feet. Straight up love rhythm and blues. Love R&B. Pastime Paradise has more of a folk feel. Like there's a part of this song. Those are Hari Krishna bells. Those bells you hear, those are Hari Krishna bells. Then you go back to rhythm and blues, and then more rhythm and blues on Ordinary Pain. But on the first part of Ordinary Pain, on the second part is like a psychedelic funk. Same song, Ordinary Pain. The first part is rhythm and blues. Like, listen right here. Don't fool yourself. This is just straight up, just smooth. I love this song, Ordinary Pain, especially the first part. That is more than just an ordinary pain. And that's Denise Williams and Minnie Riperton singing background. No, I'm sorry, not Denise Williams. That's Minnie Riperton. And then he's here. It resolves. You have this is the rhythm and blues side of the song, and then it just goes right into the second part of the same song, and that's straight up psychedelic funk. Back phrasing on the singing. Then Isn't She Lovely? This is a shuffle. Right here, this song right, Isn't She Lovely? Mm-hmm. This is straight up, this is gospel. A gospel shuffle. This is when you shuffle the notes. A shuffle is like, instead of playing straight, you notice that tempo? You're shuffling the groove. That's why it's called a shuffle. He goes from a shuffle to Joy Inside My Tears. Rhythm and blues, more of a gospel feel. Black Man. Disco. Then this is on Black Man. It's a disco song. Then he goes into, then the nigga turns around and sings Spanish. He gives you more of a Latin, but Brazil Latin, more than island Latin. He gives you more of a Brazilian Portuguese feel. Sings in a different language. If It's Magic, this is a lullaby. This is literally a lullaby. If It's Magic. And then it goes right back into mainstream rhythm and blues with, you know, the song As he did with Herbie Hancock. And then you go into another star, Latin. He went right back into the Latin again. This is more island Latin. The other Latin song he did, the first Latin song he did was more Brazilian, Portuguese. Now he goes into the Caribbean and does Cuban, Afro-Cuban Latin. Just 2 songs later. And then Ebony Eyes. This is more of a, this is blues. Ebony Eyes is straight up blues. All Day Sucker, funk. Straight up funk. Easy going. Back into a lullaby. You see how great that, just that one album. Stevie took you from 12 bar blues to pop to funk to Portuguese Brazilian style Latin, then brought you up to the Caribbean style Latin, hit you with jazz fusion with contusion, classical. Like, this used to be standard in our music. Nowadays, 40 years later, people think that blues is over here and Latin is over there. No, Latin music took the blues chord structure, man, and bebop rhythms. Yeah, that's just one album. That's just one album. Man, Rocky done slobbered all on my damn. Hey, Rocky, you good? Rocky like, nigga, you loud. Rocky said, nigga, you are loud. You about ready to go, baby boy? Rocky like, nigga, you was loud as fuck. You about ready to go, baby boy? And baby boy ready to go to sleep. And Rocky ready to go to sleep. You go see baby boy? Get my dog high. Yeah, I'm doing too much. Rocky like, nigga, you supposed to be chill. But yeah, so that's our musical greatness. And you say you got a bully? I love bullies. But our music is a high level of greatness, and Fat Joe forgot who we are. Or maybe he never knew. But all of that FBA broke ass nigga shit, you're nobody. You're nobody. And there are multi-millionaire nobodies. God make them every day. Just like there are people who make 40,000 a year who are significant somebodies. Because if your only claim to fame is I was put in front of an audience, and is that versus the substance in which in what you're saying, delivering and freeing people, who are you? If you grab a mic, and you can't give anything for anybody to live by, who are you? What are you doing here? And it's okay to be that way. Everybody ain't gonna be Malcolm X. Just know that. And make your little bullshit music, collect your checks, and move on. Don't try to come speaking to people. Don't come trying to be the Mr. Advice nigga. Fuck all that. Just be the lame you are and it'll be fine. Fat Joe forgot who he is. And Black America needs to stand up and take a bow and salute ourselves. And when we done saluting, get right back on it and keep it going. You dig? That's what we need to do. What's up, Takeover? What's up, Rocky? You ready to go? You ready to go, baby boy? Rocky, ready to go back upstairs? Yeah, Fat Joe forgot that he was put on and he didn't put himself on. He was allowed to be around. And we got to remember that we have power. He said, I ain't never heard a car by playing whack hole. We got to know our power. All right, ready to go, Rocky? All right, y'all. I'm about to be up out of here. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Go to DewanB.com. Go to BlissCapsules.com. Type in DewanB. Buy 2, get 1 for free. You dig? And remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages. All right, y'all have a good one. Rocky ready to go. You show Rocky? Rocky like, nigga, can we get the fuck up out of here? Ready, Rocky? You ready, my nigga? All right, I'll holler at y'all.